Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all, and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not, and the fair act use is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Got something else for y'all, okay? I am hearing that there is some possible DNA that was left on Duke093's body or wherever, okay, y'all? I am hearing that his shirt was ripped off of him, okay? I am hearing that whomever tried to take his chains and stuff off of him and they couldn't get it off of him, and apparently, y'all, I'm gonna say this, he must have had some hellified locks on those chains that anybody just couldn't snatch it off. You know, this is what you call genius. Seriously, y'all. This is what you call someone that was doing something nobody else was out here doing, y'all. Nobody else out here was doing. Every time you hear about somebody getting robbed or whatever, when you hear about things like, you know, somebody snatched somebody's chain off, you always hear that they got away with the jewelry or this and that and that and this. But not this time, y'all. All the jewelry that he had on his neck, all the jewelry that he had on his bracelets and stuff like that, he still had all that stuff on him, y'all. Now, I want y'all to think about something. If this wasn't planned, I don't know what wasn't. Because if you think about this, if somebody was just trying to rob him, they would have robbed him before he got to his car. But the reason why I say that this was premeditated, because they made sure they jumped out as soon as he got to the car. So whomever did this, they had to know that he had some bags in the car, y'all. Okay? Which tells you they were waiting for him to get to that car before they jumped out. This seems all premeditated, y'all. Ain't nowhere in the world. If it was just some little somebody that just saw him at the concert, if it was somebody that was inside that concert, and you know, y'all, you know, it's gonna be some thirst quenchers that see somebody with a chain on, like, and chains that he had on. 9 times out of 10, they would have snatched his chains on his way to the car. If it was like that, and it was just some just regular old robbers, it would have been somebody that did not even know he even had some more stuff in the car. The only people that knew he had some more stuff in the car was Boosie and his crew. This the only people that knew he had something in the car, y'all. Anybody else that just was at the concert, they wouldn't have knew he had more jewelry somewhere else unless somebody told them. And did y'all see how he was laying? He was laying, you know, straight. You don't fall like that, y'all. If somebody take you out, you don't just fall straight back like that. Okay? They were all over this guy, y'all, trying to get them chains off and everything, and they could not get them loose. They didn't know how to get them chains loose, which makes you wonder, why was Boosie standing on so close to him like that? Was he trying to figure out how them Cubans was linked? Ask yourself this question. They didn't even get his bracelets off of his arm. And word on the street is there's some DNA. Did they scratch him? Is there some, you know, some kind of scratches on him or something like that? Because, y'all, it's a lot of people being quiet right now. I do believe there is going to be some serious leads to this whole thing taking place. They were all over that guy, trying to get them chains off of him, and they couldn't. And it's probably fingerprints all over them chains of them trying to get it off of him. There was fingerprints on them bracelets with them trying to get it off of it. Ask yourself this question. Did anybody scratch him, or were there any scars on this man? Because this is what I am hearing, y'all. Did they get mad and rip his shirt off? Or did the people that was coming there to try to save him rip his shirt off? But when we saw the footage and this female and this guy was hovering over him some kind of way, recording everything, you only saw the police pull up there. You didn't see the ambulance and the people trying to save him. You saw one police, and it looked like he had just showed up and got there. This seems so premeditated that it don't make sense, y'all. Seriously. It's just, if you think about Asian Doll, she just had some kind of concert and some girl tried to take her chain. She tried to snatch it from her. She didn't try to wait for her to walk to the car and none of that junk like that. She tried to take it there. And if he was walking from the garage to his car, why wouldn't somebody jump out and take his stuff on the way to the car? Why wait till he get all the way to the car to do it? And the thing of it is, they had their face out because allegedly they didn't have anything covering their face. So they didn't care about him seeing their face because they were going to take him out anyway. Did he know who they were? Did he see them at the party? Were they a part of Boosie's entourage? Is this why he was taken out? Because they had their face out and he could tell who did it. Y'all, this is about to get messy, y'all. This is about to get real messy. And I'm hoping like hell that they have the fingerprints that, whatever DNA that they're saying that they have, allegedly there's some kind of DNA or some kind of, something that they left behind that can tell who did it. This is what I'm hearing. And this is probably why it's so quiet. And the police not saying anything. And you know what? Somebody came in my comment section and they were saying something about, Houston, Texas having a 99 or 90 something percent conviction rate. So, when them boys get on you a guest, when they doing a job in Houston, they get results. From what somebody said in the comment section. I wouldn't know. I'm not from there. Okay? I don't know. But this is what they're saying. And could this be why they're handling things a certain type of way and everything is so quiet right now? They're also saying in my comment section that due to the fact that if Boosie had something to do with this, y'all, then he was crossing, different state lines or something like that. And it's a more serious crime when you go to another state and do something than doing it in your own state or something like that. This is what people were saying. So this is going to get serious, y'all. I don't know what's to come of this. Is Boosie going to be over there with Tasha K? They going to be, kicking it together? She running from and Carly B and he running from the police? Is this what he planning on doing with some of this money? Is he planning on leaving? And all this other stuff is just a front talking about, he got a check for, Tiffany Haddish and all this stuff. Is this all a front to make people think that he ain't scared, y'all? Because something ain't adding up. And it's seeming like he fronting, y'all. That's what it's seeming like to me. It's a fronting going on here. And Lord. I'm still trying to get over this web page that I just, the video I put up before this one, of somebody recording all these people getting taken out. And they're up close. Like, what the hell is that about, y'all? I got the eeriest feeling when I was looking through some web pages that this guy is connected to, and he's posting people getting taken out. It should be against the law for people to be putting stuff like this out, but they're doing it. You are recording somebody being taken out, y'all. And I got the eeriest feeling. I was like, my heart started beating really fast after I started watching a little bit of it, and I had to just turn it off because I was like, I don't want to run into Mo3's tape. Something about Mo3 just popped up in me, in my chest. My heart started racing a little bit, and I was like, let me get off of here because I don't want to run into something that, everybody been talking about this Mo3 tape. And now it's seeming like there's like some kind of, weird web pages just starting to pop up with a lot of, people being taken out on them. And I just was like, no, I'm not ready to see that. Not tonight. I can't do that. So I just turned it off. But I was, that is still stuck with me right now. Y'all, it's some serious sick shit out here going on. They got pages where you can go watch. Y'all. Wow. The police they're not doing their jobs, y'all. Or do they just have their hands full right now? In the feds, do they just have their hands full with so much stuff going on that they can't keep up with all of this stuff? I sit back and I think about Kanika Jenkins and what really could have happened to her. And a lot of this stuff connects, y'all, with the same thing. This gang stalking mess. This stuff was popping up when I was looking up somebody's, I've been looking up a couple people numerology. And it's either, I think it could be Duke's, but gang stalking popped up on there. And I thought about Kanika Jenkins. I thought about Mo3. I thought about Dolph when I saw this gang stalking stuff. And the crazy part, a lot of these people, they're in these street associations. They're in it. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, things get flipped. And then they're stalking them. And it's crazy. And a lot of people is looking at stuff right now like, well, they shouldn't have been into this mess in the first place. But like I said before, a lot of people do stuff when they're younger. A lot of people grow out of it, though. And, they move in different directions from it. But does that mean that, it goes away? Depending on the stuff you were doing when you were in it. Does it mean it just goes away like that? Because it's clear. It's clear as day that this has a lot to do with street associations. And this is why I think he felt so comfortable, because maybe, people that were in his street association, in Duke's, that were there, and he felt like he was good. He had been there before. Now, some people are saying that he was on vacation. We're hearing all kind of stuff that, the family say he was on vacation and this and that and that and this. But I don't know. I don't know. When I try to go about people that is kind of close to the whole thing and know certain people, so you're hearing different things. And like I said before, I do believe that the Sweet Tea TV, I do believe that she has some closer affiliations to kind of like her ears to the street, that she can kind of find out certain things. And when she say that he was there for business, I do believe that's what he was there for. I think that's why he had all that stuff with him, because Boosie allegedly ordered a chain and he was bringing it to him. It was already made, but Boosie got on social media and said that he was going to get him to make a chain for him. And word on the street is he had already put in an order, and he was just bringing that chain to him. And he was told to bring more stuff because it was going to be, ballers there. And that he could sell some of that stuff because they had other rappers there. And y'all, I don't know if y'all haven't heard Ply's song. I don't know if y'all heard Ply's song. But this song that this guy made, it sounds like he's talking about Boosie. And he's talking about, some serious stuff in this song. He just made it, so y'all can go check it. He made it a couple days ago. So it has to do with some of the stuff that just had to been recently went down. And people are saying that, Ply's, his name is popping up as far as introducing him to Boosie, and for him, him to make the chain for Boosie and all this stuff. So could this guy be, letting people know? Could Ply's be letting people know that, he might have introduced him to Boosie, but he wasn't expecting what happened to him to happen to him? A lot of stuff is starting to fall into place, y'all. And people were saying that, Duke was there because another rapper. And, people were throwing out, Finesse 2 Times, but it wasn't Finesse 2 Times. And we've all been trying to figure out who was the other rapper, the reason why Duke was there, or, around certain people. And now it's coming out that it could be Ply's, was why Duke was coming there to do business with Boosie. So if that's the case, and Ply's is the one that introduced, hooked them up so, they can do business together, then that tape that's from 2016 could just been him being there at the same time Boosie was there. But that don't mean that they were, there together in that 2016 video. That don't mean that they were talking or took pictures together. Because I'm sure if he was actually talking to Boosie or introduced to Boosie at the time Boosie was there in 2016, he would have had more footage than just, oh, Boosie is here, because that's what he's saying in the video. But he don't have any pictures up of him taking any pictures with Boosie, and which makes you think maybe they weren't introduced in 2016. Because certain things are coming out now that a certain rapper hooked them up so he can do business. And this rapper just put this music out, seeming as if he's distancing himself from Boosie because Boosie ain't right, y'all. So, y'all, this is getting deeper and deeper, and people are separating themselves from Boosie in this whole situation. This is what I'm hearing. So he, they might not have known each other in 2016. He could have just been there He could have been knowing Boosie was going to be there and he went there. He got a lot of stuff posted on his page about Boosie. He really looked up to him. I told y'all, just like Mo3 looked up to him, and he was like his favorite rapper. I think that was Duke's favorite rapper too. And I'm hoping that a lot of these kids out here is learning from a lot of other people's mistakes. That just because you're so crazy about a rapper and you thinking that they're just rapping about this stuff, but at the same time, Boosie then got on Vlad and said a lot of times that, he said this himself, that, he really lived this life. He's not just rapping about it. He says this. So the person that y'all looking up to, these guys out here in the street, the person that you all are looking up to and thinking that, you can spend a day with Boosie because, this is you're a fan of this person. You never know. Could you be a victim of a person that you are actually fanned out about? And he wasn't fanned out because he had been around other celebrities before. But he looked up to this guy. And that's the sad part about this whole thing, y'all. It is 4:45 right now. I got to get some sleep. But I just had to get this out because, I've been up and I've been looking at these my little researches and stuff, and my folks, we have been going through stuff up until 4 something in the morning, and the things that I have seen tonight, it made me sick to my stomach just looking at some of this stuff and people being just taken out in the streets. And we got little knuckleheads that's out here recording this stuff. And they're posting it up like it's something grand. How do he think the parents and people, kids and all this stuff is feeling, and they can go to these web pages and see their loved ones taken out or laid out? Do this little guy understand what he's out here doing? And if anybody knows, please let me know if there's some kind of balcony or something that's a little bit over, or a parking garage that you are over, that you can look down and see where Duke was at, that you can like zoom in on. Because if that's the case, people were sitting all back watching this whole thing take place, y'all. Anyway, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Peace.